Ooh, Comic-Con news. Let's have a look. Huh? Oh, whoops. Greetings, programs. Welcome back to the gamification. My God, it has been a minute. Don't have any excuses. Just been busy with things, editing and whatnot. Just making AMVs and having a bit of fun. And why is that going out of visuals? So there's a bit of news, some older news, some newer news. I'm not going to talk about Comic Con stuff just yet. Next week, hopefully, because there's just a whole lot that has to be unpacked, and I'm still going through it. So let's get into the other stuff. With new news, it's good news, not always. There are four big news things, but we've still got a lot of other little things to talk about. So let's get started with news number one. Jon Favreau is already writing season 2 of The Mandalorian, which is the Disney Plus TV show from Lucasfilm, coming out in November. This is from Collider.com, and I just want to point out this is a compressed or edited article. If you want to see the original article, go to Collider.com. So, let's get into it, shall we? Disney hasn't even released a trailer for the live-action Star Wars TV series The Mandalorian yet. Wait for August 23, D23. But work is already underway on a second season. The show was created by Jon Favreau and is intended to be an anchor for Disney's streaming service Disney Plus when it launches this fall. That's spring for over here in Australia. And I believe, if I remember correctly, November 12th. I'll get back to you on that. As The Mandalorian takes place 5 years after the events of the Return of the Jedi in the outer reaches of the galaxy. But not only is Favreau already writing The Mandalorian Season 2, he's actually in pre-production on the second season. Now, the series isn't made like your typical TV show. Favreau and his team are using VR technology, similar to how they made The Lion King, the recently released live action, I should say, it's more of a CG movie, in order to map out precisely how the live action pieces of The Mandalorian are shot and to be able to render visual effects in real time. Pardon me. I just wanted to touch on this a bit. From what I understand, he's doing it like traditional movie makers, I guess you could say, do storyboards, where you kind of draw out 2D images to go, okay, here's how I want the shots to be done and how they're going to look a little bit, like the direction and angles and whatnot like that. So, if they're doing it in a 3D space, it could save a lot of time figuring out camera stuff. So therefore, you're spending more time on other things like post-production, I guess, or costuming and whatnot, or just the full acting stuff. So this is really good. It's a new way of doing it from what I understand as well, because the VR technology is finally at a place where it can be used for other things besides games and stuff like that. So it's a bit more accessible, which is great, and a bit more time, less time consuming. Awesome, which means more in schedule for a traditional TV lineup schedule, I guess you could say again. So let's keep reading. It's a wholly unique way of making television, just like I said, and indeed two of the major barriers preventing George Lucas from making his own live-action Star Wars series in the past were time and money. Now that Favreau has streamlined the visual effects process using VR technology, a show like The Mandalorian is able to make on a TV schedule, like I said. Because I've read this before, don't mind me. As for season 2, it's no surprise that Disney is already getting to work underway on a second season of the TV show. And the fact that Favreau got the go-ahead to begin writing and pre-shooting the next season must mean the folks at Disney and Lucasfilm are happy with what's going on with season 1. Or how it turned out, I guess you could say. So when The Mandalorian premieres on Disney Plus on November 12th, I was right, yes. Rest assured there's plenty more where that came from. Awesome, I'm so excited. There's already season 2 in the works. Oh, I can't wait for D23. So remember August 23? 24 for over here in Australia will be like real early morning or something. If there's a live stream, I can't guarantee that because it's like a whole Disney thing. It's not just Star Wars, it's Marvels, it's their other Disney properties, Disney Plus, rah. But anyway, look out for that. I put on the Superman beanies today because it's Comic Con weekend. News number 2. A new Akira anime is coming to TV. This is from Polygon.com. Legendary manga artist, writer, and animation director Katsuhiro Otomo, known for being selective in his works, held court at this year's Anime Expo to make a handful of announcements about his future. The short of it, a new feature film, Orbital Era, new versions of many of Otomo's classic works, and a new incarnation of his best-known creation, Akira, which is not the same one as the one that Taika Waititi wanted to do. I just want to put that out there. Details are vague, but Japanese animation studio Sunrise is set to team with Otomo to bring Akira back to life as a TV series continuation. So it's going to be a sequel to the movie, possibly. The company specified that the project was... so it's not a sequel. Okay, the company specified that the project was not a sequel. What, so like a spin-off maybe? Serialized as a manga from 1982 to 1990, Akira became an international sensation after Otomo directed an animated feature version in 1988. Wow, was that long ago? That was 30 years ago. 30? 31. 31 years ago, sorry, my bad. The classic film will receive a remaster in April 2020 to be released both in Japan and US with a 4K HDR conversion. On Facebook, Sunrise promised the fan that, quote, fans will be kept up to date about this new anime adaptation project as details become available, end quote. The news arrives as Taika Waititi, Thor Ragnarok, revs up production on his live-action adaptation of the manga due in May 2021, but from what I understand, there's been a delay or a pushback on that because he's got other projects going on. They just announced earlier today Thor Love and Thunder, so it's going to be Thor 4. So look forward to that, I guess. I guess that's going to be more in the forefront and the Akira stuff put on the back burner a bit. But if you're waiting, just wait for this original version. Okay, news? Number 3. The Nintendo Switch Lite will be released on September 20th. This is from Kotaku.com.au. The Nintendo Switch Lite is a smaller handheld only version that will be released this fall. It has been described as a Nintendo Switch for those who just want to play on the go. The Lite will come in 3 colors, yellow, grey and turquoise. Terrible. Yellow, I understand, like the Pokemon Game Boy version, the Pokemon Yellow Game Boy, and the Nintendo 64 Pokemon edition, that was great. Grey, yuck, they should have just made it like that clear grey, you know, one like they used to do with the Game Boys, and turquoise, that's fine. Priced at Australian $329.95. The Switch Lite is cheaper than the standard issue Switch, which retail for $469 Australia, but has since been priced around $399. It is also a slightly smaller piece of hardware with a slightly smaller screen. So think the 2DS compared to the 3DS. Like, they took away the 3D feature, but it still had those double screens, and it wasn't a clamshell one. It was just a solid piece of hardware. The Lite, however, does have a longer, better life. A longer battery life, and a D-pad instead of directional buttons, because it doesn't actually have Joy-Cons. Because it's just like a one piece of hardware, like the 2DS, right? So, if you want to play with Joy-Cons, you have to get separate Joy-Cons for that, or a Pro controller or something like that. Size is not the only difference. Unlike the regular Switch, it will not have detachable Joy-Cons. I'm getting ahead of myself again. Or a kickstand, and it won't support TV mode, so you can't put it in the dock and it will switch to TV. It's just handheld. The Lite also does not come with a Switch dock. Again, it's just a handheld feature. So just think of it as a big Game Boy with an online feature, or a DS, 2DS. Regarding game compatibility, Nintendo writes, Nintendo Switch Lite can play the games in the Nintendo Switch library that support handheld mode. For games that do not support handheld mode, players can wirelessly connect compatible controllers, getting ahead of myself again, to Nintendo Switch Lite. If using separate Joy-Con controllers, users will need to have a device to recharge them, such as the Joy-Con charging grip. To find play mode compatibility information for specific games, please refer to the product, packaging, or Nintendo eShop. No bundles have been announced, but keep in mind that Link's Awakening also comes out on September 20th. They probably might have a bundle with the Nintendo Switch Lite there. And I just want to say, I haven't played Link's Awakening before, but from what I've seen at E3 and stuff like that, it looks perfect for this new model. So, tell me what you think. Are you excited for this Nintendo Switch Lite, or are you just going, you know what? I'll stick with my regular Switch, thanks, because that's still portable. Okay, so that's new. Okay, now. News number 3. Another. Wait, is that number 3 or number 4? Sorry, news number 4. My bad. More Star Wars news. It's just a small one. New Star Wars comic run announced at San Diego Comic Con 2019. I just want to pull up I'm finding a picture, so just bear with me. Yeah. Last, but certainly not least, The Rise of Kylo Ren by Charles Soule blew the roof off this, the Star Wars books and comics panel, I guess you could call it. The Del Rey panel, I guess you would call it. Correct me if I'm wrong, okay? Charles Soule has set the bar very high with his Star Wars comic titles. His exploration of Vader's early days post Revenge of the Sith in his Marvel title, Darth Vader. Check that out. That's the 2017 comic run. Fantastic. I can't talk about it enough. Really, really good. It's an example of the gold standard for Star Wars storytelling, as I was saying. This is excellent news for Kylo Ren fans, as Soule joked, it's Ben to Ren. It will be a 4-issue limited series released in December to lead right up to the Rise of Skywalker, the new movie. So it's kind of like, hey, this explains a little bit. It also ties into what Luke's saying, where Ben left the training temple, the academy, after he attacked Luke, and he took some apprentices with him. So this will be interesting. Soule's Darth Vader stories featured the Dark Lord doing lots of soul searching and reaching deep into the dark side to try and contact Padme. So, as I can imagine, what he's cooking up so far, Vader's tortured grandson is concerned. Hang on. So I can't imagine what he's cooking up as far as Vader. Okay, yeah, that was weird. So I'm reading off this article. It was weird. Still holding out for a clear grey novel. Rah. Anyway, yeah, I wanted to show you the picture. If it will come up. This. There we go. I got it. God, I'm so rusty, guys. This is embarrassing. Yeah, so this is going to be the cover, or this was promoted just yesterday. Anyway, it was like, really, hey, guess what, guys? I'm making the Rise of Kylo Ren comic. So, December 2019. Get ready for it. I'm excited. So, let's get right back to here. Now, if we can get through all this, let's get on to the next segment that I like to call... That's right. What's on the nose board? Just random other stuff that I thought would be interesting for you guys to check out. And I'll put links down in the description below for anything that you thought, hey, that's interesting. Or, if I haven't, let me know. And then I will give you that information. On the nose board, Dead Rising 4 and Middle-earth Shadow War will be coming to Xbox Game Pass in July. Since it's already July, go check it out. That's an old one. Wow. I should have updated that. I'm sorry, guys. Delete that. Here's one. Red Dead Redemption 2. Great game. Check it out if you haven't played it yet. The soundtrack is officially out on music streaming services, including Apple Music and Spotify. I love it. It's got that old country music to it and the covers and whatnot. It's so good. I think it's 13 or 14 tracks long. It goes through about 45 minutes, but it's awesome. So go check that out. Some required reading. I haven't read fully, but it was really interesting. Or I wouldn't say required reading. It's more of an opinion piece. So if you're interested in that, go check it out. I'll put the link down in the description below. It's called True and Bizarre Story of Metal Gear Solid's English Translation. This was on Polygon. So it just goes into the whole, and this article is written by the guy who did the English translation of the game. So if you're interested in finding out more about the behind the scenes of the making of that game, go check that out. Interesting stuff. Rumors abound. NeoGAF user Ultros recently discovered that the Final Fantasy VIII remastered website includes some interesting details hidden in the source code. In the source code, they kind of clipped it out. I don't have the picture or something though, but I have the quote. It says, in the source code, it says, quote, Final Fantasy VIII Remastered marks the 20th anniversary of its original release with a complete visual refresh and brings the game's classic story to modern platforms, Steam, PlayStation 4, Xbox One and Nintendo Switch. With a fully overhauled visuals, see your favourite characters come to life like never before. Final Fantasy VIII Remastered is an RPG available in English and Japanese voiceover, and is also text localized into French, Italian, German, and Spanish. So I just want to point out, available in English and Japanese voiceover. They're putting voice acting into what is essentially the original Final Fantasy VIII game. It's not like a completely rebuilt game like the Final Fantasy VII remake. It's just a HD port of the game, but they've done some character remodel to make it a bit nice looking. It's not so pixelated and whatnot. Looks, if you want a comparison, look at the Dissidia characters of the Final Fantasy VIII Dissidia characters. They've got that more feminine look there. You know, like just like a narrow look. Narrow jawline, I guess you could say. But that's really interesting. I wouldn't think they would actually put voices, like they've got the voices in the in Kingdom Hearts. They've got the Final Fantasy VIII like characters have voices. In Dissidia, I believe they got voices, but not in the actual original PS1 game because it's a PS1 game. Well, not because of that, but it was just, it's all text, right? All the talking, all the explanations, everything's text still, right? So it's weird that they would put the voiceovers into it, especially if they've got the text coming up on the screen. It's not a remake, it's a remaster. Tell me what you guys think. Do you think this is real? Do you think this is going to happen? Because remember, this is a rumor. This isn't completely verified or anything, but it's really interesting. Okay, the next one. The Last of Us Part 2. Remember, this is still all rumors. The Last of Us Part 2 seems like it's going to have a February 2020 release. More than a couple of reports from various sources have deduced that this is the case. The actor who plays Ellie, Ashley Johnson, also almost let slip the date in an interview that the game would be a February release. So look out for that. We might see something at, if they have PSX this year, PlayStation Experience, or Gamescom or something, they might mention something to do with a release date for Last of Us. So keep an eye on that. Keep an eye for a February 2020 release. The strategy game, this is all rumors as well. The strategy game Age of Wonders 3 is currently free. Oh no, I put that in a wrong place. Sorry, this is not rumor. This is real. Strategy game Age of Wonders 3 is currently free to download and keep forever from Steam. So go check that out, go play it. Age of Empires was one of my favourite games growing up. Very fun, very interesting, strategy based and all that. The promotion is tied with the upcoming release of Age of Wonders Planetfall, the next strategy game from developer Triumph Studios. This is not rumor, okay? This is official news. If you download Age of Wonders 3 during the promotion, 11th to 15th of July, sorry, we've already passed that, you get a 10% discount. That's an old news, so... But this is not old news. This is Games of the Week. I just updated this last night, so don't you worry about it. There's some stuff from like a couple of weeks ago, last week I believe it was, and there's games from this week, so I'm sorry, I'm not completely truthful. So let's get into it after I catch my breath. Caught it. Brain Break on PS4, Pool Nation on PS4, Samurai Showdown, that's getting some love on PS4, Soccer Kid PC, Grass Cutter, Mutated Lawns. Is that just like Zombie Garden, whatever it is? Xbox One, PS4, Vita, and the Nintendo Switch. Fishing Planet, Xbox One, Skulls of the Shogun, check that out on Switch. Earth Defense Force 5 on PC. Dragon Quest Builders 2, obviously, that's a good one. Go play it, go check it out on the Switch and PS4. Red Faction is coming back, and that's on the PS4. Check the online store for that. Lust for Darkness. That's on Switch. Route 16 or Route 16, however you want to pronounce it, on the PS4. Enter the Gungeon. That's a classic game. That's on the Switch. Lost Orbit, I heard it was interesting. Xbox One, PS4 and Nintendo Switch. Nightcall, Xbox One and PC. Etherborn, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One and PS4. Growtopia on GameSpot got a 10 out of 10. PS4, Xbox One and the Switch. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, Black Order. Oh, sorry, The Black Order. I think that's everywhere. PS4, Xbox One, PC, I believe. Oh no, I think it is on the Switch too. So just say all platforms. Ghost 1.0 1.0. Not in any words, it's just numbers. Ghost 1.0. That's PS4 as well. Whew, there's a lot to go through there, guys. I got through it pretty damn quick because I'm such a fast talker. But if you're interested in any of this stuff, if you want to know what's going on at Comic Con, hit me up on the socials. I want to talk to you about it because that's awesome stuff. Star Wars stuff, hit me up. Leave comments down below. I really appreciate it. Well, until next time, that's it. Thank you for sticking around, and I really appreciate you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Until then, end of line. Wow, my voice just broke.